some speculate may have emboldened Vladimir Putin, who is now waging war on Ukraine and has aspirations to reassemble the Soviet bloc. The Republican Party's posture has changed vis-a-vis Russia, which you write about in your new book. You mentioned Representative Mike McFaul, the Republican chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, saying, quote, "Russian propaganda has made its way into the United States and fortunately infected a good chunk of my party's base." Back in the day, when William F. Buckley Jr. hosted Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush on the program, there was a very clear sense that Republicans were the party that was strong against the communists.
There is a sense in which, when you are dealing with a sworn enemy, in which your relations improve to the extent that that enemy recognizes that he is not going to successfully destroy you. I think that as long as Ronald Reagan or his successor, George Bush, are in the White House, there will not be a nuclear initiative by the Soviet Union, because there is no doubt what our response would be.
The Republicans were the ones who would stand up to the Soviets. What has happened, and what is your analysis? Is the GOP supporting forces that would reassemble the Soviet bloc?
You know, Margaret, I would really like to understand completely why the Republican Party, not everyone, to be fair, like Mike McFaul and others, have tried to warn against Russian propaganda influencing Republican lawmakers. But there's no doubt that there has been a kind of dance between the Republican Party and Putin for a number of years now that certainly Trump took to the extreme point of talking about Putin, whom I've met and negotiated with on several occasions, as though he were a mentor, someone to be looked up to, someone to actually model yourself after. And there is I think it's a kind of yearning for a strongman government that infects some of the Republican Party. But why other Republicans, including people I served with 8 years in the Senate, whom I thought I knew, have been dragged into this Trump-Putin bromance is beyond me. It's dangerous for our country. Our intelligence agencies have been putting out alerts for the last week saying the Russians are back. They're back in strength. They're interfering in our election once again. They're more sophisticated than they were in 2016. Pay attention. Don't get fooled. He is our adversary. He has been focused on reconstituting Mother Russia, if not the complete Soviet Union, for years now. He wants to undermine the West, and in particularly has adopted a strategy of dividing the United States against itself. So I look at that and cannot for the life of me understand completely what has gotten into the Republicans, but it's true and it's dangerous, and there is no way to predict what might happen if the election turns out one way. And we know that the promise has been made to pull the United States out of NATO. We know all of that.